And guess what? The relationship shows up, the money shows up, and everything you need shows up. Since the book and the movie called The Secret was published, this conversation about manifestation started. According to the movie, the secret is that you get to create whatever you want using your thoughts. Using your thoughts, your imaginations, gratitude, and positive thinking. The great benefit of that teaching is the acknowledgement that our thoughts are a creative force, that our mind is creating our experience. The question is, where are those desires coming from? Are they perhaps coming from an experience from the past that created a void, that some emptiness inside that we're hoping to fulfill with maybe that relationship, maybe that amount of money, maybe that beautiful home? Where is that coming from is the big question, is a big question mark. Is that aligned with your heart? The truth is that everybody is manifesting all the time, moment by moment, 24/7. There is a creative process going on. However, there are three ways we can manifest. This will bring a lot of clarity about why perhaps manifestation doesn't seem to work or hasn't worked, or how you can become aware of what is actually taking place so you can consciously manifest in alignment with your heart. We only see the tip of the iceberg, which means we are not yet aware of many of our thoughts. Out of 80,000 thoughts a day, most of them are repetition of the previous day and in an unconscious autopilot repetition. The unconscious mind feeds on familiarity and repetition, on survival, trying to maintain the survival of a certain image, a certain story that was created sometime in the past. So it's not very creative. It is trying to survive by repeating what happened yesterday and the day before. Even consciously, the conscious part of the mind might say, I don't like it. I don't like this relationship, this abusive relationship. I don't like this abusive boss, this job. I don't like this experience of scarcity. I don't like many things about my life, but every morning the actions continue to perpetuate that, simply out of an innocent place in the mind that is not yet aware. We're not blaming ourselves for not being yet aware. It's just like a child not yet knowing the power of our mind, not yet knowing that there is another possibility. So we are manifesting anyway, but a lot of it can be going on unconsciously. Who would consciously choose an abusive relationship? Who would consciously choose scarcity? Who would consciously choose an abusive boss and a career that is not fulfilling? It is happening in that 80% of the mind not yet awake, not yet fully conscious of our creative process or our participation in the creation of those experiences. Believe it or not, there is a purpose for that kind of manifestation. I believe there is a perfect divine orchestration to everything we experience, even when that's hard to believe. We can create so much limitation, pain, and suffering that can eventually catalyze an awakening, which will bring a lot of that unconscious part of the mind up to the surface of our awareness. And that's when we perhaps one day wake up and realize, oh my gosh, I've been in this relationship for so long and I can't choose otherwise. I've been in this unfulfilling career for so long. I can't choose otherwise. What I call conditioned manifestation is where the world of self development, of personal development lies. It is when we start to do the work and work on ourselves and realize that we have to fix this, that we can fix the mess we have created in our unconscious manifestations. We get our tools, put on our construction worker hat. I'm gonna get back on the wagon and I'm gonna get control of my life. I'm gonna gain control over my mind, over my life, and over my choices. And you set your goals and start to grind to make them happen, to achieve all your goals. Here's when eventually everything looks all right. Perhaps you have achieved a lot of goals, your financial goals, relationship goals, and everything looks wonderful. Perhaps everything on your vision board came into reality. And now what? I love to work with clients who are at that stage. They found that they have achieved a lot of their goals, very successful in their career, but there is still something missing. There is a yearning in the heart, there is a longing. I don't feel fulfilled, I don't feel at peace, I still feel restless. I keep myself busy with all those things, with all these personal development activities, trying to improve, to fix myself. It's an endless self-improvement, it's an endless fixing of oneself. There's never that I feel fully satiated. I feel content. I feel complete. Nothing is missing in my life. That's when we begin to question, I've done all the work, and not quite getting it. So that's when we move into surrendered manifestation. This is when we begin to turn within and reconnect, get to know, and remember together with who we truly are and our authenticity, our heart's desire, our soul's desire. And we begin to realize that the outside in experience, that thing coming to me to make me feel a certain way, is only a fleeting and temporary experience, not fulfilling in the long run. Here is when we begin to surrender to what our heart wants, what wants to come through us, and what wants to come to us. And we begin to experience that flow state. You begin to experience energy frequencies that we can describe as peace, joy, and love. And then you begin to have a taste that nothing feels better. Then it is about embracing all stages, but prioritizing your heart's desire over that fleeting, superficial desire. Once you taste what surrendered manifestation feels like, where your surrender is effortless, is joyful, it's creative, it's unique, it's surprising, it's adventures. There's no planning in it. You cannot plan, you cannot control, you don't know what's coming, and you're okay with it. You begin to allow your higher self to co create with you and through you, and you begin to have fun with it because you begin to get the joke, the cosmic joke. And that's when you get to laugh at it. And you realize that the more you let go of wanting, the more you have. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you let go of trying and efforting and struggling and making it hard, the easier it becomes. And you let go of wanting, that which you want spontaneously manifests. You attract who and what you need exactly when you need, because you accept that it is perfect. So you let go of your unconscious attempt to control, which is essentially fear and survival that leads us to try to control the environment because we're afraid of the unknown. We are afraid of being surprised. And so we end up repeating, we end up perpetuating repetition and familiarity, even when that familiarity, what is familiar, is not really what we desire. Again, it takes, we getting to a point sometimes of getting fed up. It's like, okay, I'm done with this. You know, you are in your surrendered manifestation process when you begin to experience synchronicities, coincidences, random opportunities that are not really random show up, and you're not invested in controlling that so much anymore. You're feeling love and grateful for the magic that you begin to see in your life. And this is a different gratitude that The Secret talks about, or many manifestation coaches talk about, that it is a gratitude that you're trying to manufacture. You're trying to manufacture an image in your life and manufacture that gratitude. I'm grateful for that car I want, already manifested. I'm grateful for that perfect partner, already manifested. Here is a genuine, spontaneous. Spontaneity is the word. Spontaneity is the key word here, because everything will happen in a more spontaneous manner. Your heart's desire will manifest spontaneously, effortlessly. And when you begin to see that, you will naturally feel grateful, because you're going to go like, oh my God. How wonderful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And guess what? Then when you fulfill overflowing, the relationship shows up, the money shows up, and everything you need shows up, because there is not that need, the lack anymore. It's that's the joke.